Thinks divine timing, and once you realize that, you're so much more thankful in all the moments, even the ones that you used to think sucked. Example is I was in the local small shop, the Sainsbury's, where they have like the really small ones in town and not the big like supermarkets. So I was waiting for the bus, and I went to the small Sainsbury's in my local town centre while I was waiting for the bus. And basically I needed to get a few bits. I wasn't getting paid till the next day, and I had about like 20 quid or something to get a few bits that I needed to get, because I'd just come back from the beach and I overspent on getting all the good stuff at the beach, ice creams, Ferris wheel, all the rest of it anyway. So I was getting a few bits, and I wanted to try and get enough to sort of spread it out over a few days so I didn't have to go shopping straight away the next morning. Anyway, so I quickly rushed and got a few things, went to the self-checkout, and I didn't have Wi-Fi in the shop, so I couldn't transfer it over to my current account. So luckily there was a cash point just around the corner. So I quickly went out, let the lady know that I was going to come back to leave my shopping on the thing, and I'll go get the cash. So I come back, and it must have got busy, and she had to put the stuff to the side, which meant it all had to be rescanned again. Anyway, my bus was probably a few minutes away from coming at this point. So I made a quickly rushed decision, and I thought, okay, I'm just going to leave it. But usually when it comes to these sort of decisions, I would have just got the shopping, because it meant that I didn't have to spend the extra 20-30 minutes after I got off the bus to walk down to the big supermarket and do it all over again. But something was telling me no, just leave it, play it safe, had a long day, go wait for the bus, you're just going to have to go to the big supermarket after. So that's what I did. So I let her know, couldn't do it, went and got the bus. Waited a few extra minutes and the bus came, got off the bus. Anyway, when I went and done the big shop, I rented the big shop and did a similar shop to what I was getting from the smaller supermarket. But I ended up getting the things that smaller one didn't have, and I ended up getting a few like deals here and there, and things like that. Anyway, I ended up with a lot more stuff, better stuff, like more food, more range, fruit, all the rest of it, for the exact same price, but from the bigger supermarket. When I walked home, my daughter fell asleep in the pram, which was great because it meant that I didn't have to, do the whole nighttime routine. Just got her in the pyjamas, straight into bed, and sleep down for the night, which meant I had a bit more time to unpack everything from our day, and etc, etc. But my point is instead of thinking, oh fuck's sake, like, I've got to go all the way to the shop again, I've got to do it all over, blah blah blah, it was a blessing in disguise, because my perception on it was I got more food, I got more for my money, I got a bit more exercise, I got to walk off the food that I ate that day, I got to see the sunset, and I just looked for all of the positives in that situation, and I didn't have to miss the bus, and I got the bus, and it all worked out. So it really did remind me that everything happens for a reason, and what we think might have happened to us is happening for us in a way that we just can't see in that present moment at that time that we think, oh well, this is annoying. In about 5-10 minutes, or the next day, or whenever divine timing happens, we'll be like, oh okay, that actually really benefited me. So try and find that in every situation you can. Try and find those small wins and those situations where you can find an understanding and be like, oh okay, this actually is beneficial to me. And don't look for all the complaints and all the negative things surrounding the situation, because then you're just going to be attracting more of those thoughts. Whereas as soon as you give a good thought about something, you're just going to carry on having more good thoughts about that thing. So keep an eye on your mindset.